This is what Liverpool's starting 11 would look like with the addition of Ismaila Sarr. I don't even know if it would, I think it might still be that with Sarr off the bench. But for the sake of the video, Ingo's Sarr, Ingamoa up the top there. I mean, if I'm being honest, I mean, the bid's been rejected. Start off with apparently Minter talks have gone cold. Um, meant uh, Barcola, there was lots of David Ornstein was like, we're holding key talks yesterday. Still not heard anything. There's been small murmurs of Lamine Camara, but I'm just a little bit sick of it. Like, even last summer when we spent all that money and everyone was like, damn, we're back in the transfer window. We still had the disappointment of Mark Gahey. We were still working Isak until deadline day. Um, I don't know, bro. It's a tricky one. I mean, Sarr and Minta, two quite different players, actually. I think on paper, they're both quite tall wingers. Minta's tall, isn't he? VAR check. Minta's height in comparison to Sarr's. Minta in centimeters, 180, yeah. So he's a taller winger. The only difference is Sarr would be more of a goal threat. Minta would be more of a chance creation. Lots of crosses. Sarr maybe not so much. Sarr would be better at that sort of inside forward role in terms of giving freedom to Frimpong down this right hand side, whereas Minta likes to play quite wide. I think just either one, the addition of a left-footed winger is necessary. Again, against Newcastle, lots of opportunities to cross the ball, but obviously Engamoa, Frimpong, Munoz, not very comfortable on their left foot to get the ball in there. Uh, look, we bring in Barcola there. We'll say that can I, yeah, let me edit him. Say that this is Kamara. Let's use Sarr as the example because he's who we've been linked to today. I hope Gakpo doesn't go. I really hope Gakpo doesn't go. Not in the sense that he's an outstanding player that we just can't afford to lose, but in the sense that we can't really afford to lose any players. Um, but look, do I think that the addition of these three is the difference between winning the league and not winning the league? No. However, I feel it could definitely be the difference between top four and missing out and maybe competing in other competitions like the FA Cup, like the Carabao Cup, like the Champions League. Um, but I think the main thing now is just getting bodies through the door. We've got what 26 today. We've got 5 days until the window closes, and it's not looking good. I just not. I'm not happy with the summer at all, and I don't think any Liverpool fan will say that they have been. But we've had Munoz and Araujo, two players who definitely just won't be, who shouldn't be starting because they're not at the level to start for one of the biggest clubs in the world. And I know that's maybe not fair to say to Araujo, who was Barcelona's captain, but Liverpool Football Club, man. Barcola should have been through the door a month ago. Our right winger issue also should have been solved earlier. And if not, we should just say fuck it. Give him 60 for Minter, bring him in, and Lamine Camara, Archie Gray, someone like that. Just just to start throwing bids out, even if they're even just to get it going, because we just need players. I'm not going to pretend I'm insanely clued up on the financial side of football, but when you qualify for the Champions League, um, get to the round of 32 in the Champions League, you know, and your Liverpool Football Club, and we've only spent 30 million so far this summer, you would expect we've got at least another 170 to get us up to 200. But with the sales of Jones, and that is, that can't be it. Someone else has to have gone other than Jones. I guess Salah, Kanate going, Robertson going on freeze, and then when you've got a player on 500k a week and that's off your wage bill, then obviously it's going to help the club financially. But yeah, from my understanding, we should have a lot of money to spend, and I can't really comprehend why we're not spending it, especially after what we just saw against Newcastle, where it's obvious that we have a lot of issues that need solved. Um, I've only been recording 5 minutes. Feels like I've covered quite a lot of what I need to say, but there just isn't much to talk about because we're not doing anything, um, which is annoying. Look, the next 5 days could make or break our season. Um, I think if we don't get at least one midfielder and one forward, we could be in real trouble come come November time. And I genuinely don't think if we get to November and we're sat eighth and we've only won one of our last five or whatever, I don't think you can put that on Areola because in principle his tactics should work. The way we press is well set up, we're organized. The way we attack, our shape, again, in principle it should work. He just doesn't have the players at his disposal to effectively, um, what's the word I'm looking for? To effectively something his tactical vision, to effectively show his tactical vision. Gravenberch and Engamoa are the two examples I can think of from the Newcastle game of the sort of Engamoa being too far wide when you need to leave that space for Frimpong. Whereas if Engamoa was, I've talked about swapping the wingers a couple of times, um, but here you can afford to have your wide winger because Kerkez likes to join the attack a lot later than Frimpong does. And then on the counter attack, you just need someone to sit there in front of the centre halves, create that three to prevent us getting done in the counter attack. And I feel like if he had a quality left-footed winger like Jacobo Minta, who I've actually warmed to the signing of since the Newcastle game, and a midfielder who just isn't going to get caught forward like Gravenberch does, then I think the world's your oyster if you're Liverpool. And then if you can bring in a Barcola and a Coyote, something like that, on top of on top of sorting out our two biggest needs, then we're laughing. And whether we have to wait a season for Barcola or Coyote, or whether we have to wait until January for Kamara or Minta, if within the next 12 months we grab quality right back, two quality wingers, and quality true number six, from that point on, we could be looking like serious contenders again, and then maybe a little centre back to replace our boy Van Dijk over here next season. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully he just stays forever. But you never know. Anyway, that is a little bit of a shorter video. I feel like I just needed to talk about how disappointed I am with our activity in the transfer window. But look, if you did enjoy this mini rant, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. I'll say it over and over again. We are looking to grow the channel, and I'm quite happy with the way that it's going at the moment. I think we're on 12 or 13 subscribers after a month, and over 3,000 views with no shorts. So we take that a lot. Anyway, did enjoy, you know what to do, and I'll see you guys in the next one.